What's up, folks? Welcome to the East Coast Kitchen. My name's Chef Andy Hay. So excited to have you here with us today. So what are we cooking today, you ask? Well, one of my favorite dishes in the world, garlic Parmesan spaghetti using this delicious lobster meat. This raw and frozen product delivers the exact same taste as Clearwater's live lobster without the hassle of pre-cooking or shucking. It comes frozen, so all you need to do is defrost it overnight in the refrigerator. You can cook it in the bag. I always like taking it out because it gives you an opportunity to add even more flavor to the lobster meat itself. So you can see it right there. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna give this a really light poach. So I've got the water started over here at a really low simmer. So put it on, I would say, about medium low, and then we're gonna flavor the water itself to make a little bit of a bouillon or a stock. So we're gonna add in some salt into that water, make it taste a little bit like salt water. And then we're gonna add in half a lemon, just plop it directly in there. It'll infuse some of that flavors. And then some bay leaves, just to add a little bit of depth. So we'll add that directly in there. And now, save that juice. You don't wanna lose that juice because it's all flavor right there. So we're gonna add this directly into the bouillon and just let it really lightly poach for probably about 5 minutes or so, and just bring up the firmness a little bit, and then we'll finish it while cooking the pasta. So the noodles are ready to go. Now let's kick on with the actual sauce. So what we're gonna make sure is that that pan is on like medium high. We'll add in some olive oil. The pan shouldn't be hot enough, so this oil should not have any smoke coming off of it. And then we're gonna start off with the shallots. So I'd say probably a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of shallot, and then we're loading the garlic in. The smells coming off this thing are gonna be delicious. So let's go with, let's say 3 to 4 tablespoons of garlic here. We're not gonna be shy. And just keep that moving in the actual pan. I'm gonna add in a touch more of the olive oil. And just let that slowly start to turn color. You wanna make sure that it doesn't go totally brown and get really crispy. We'll just let that cook a little bit there, and we'll add in, I'd say probably another tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of butter to help that garlic and shallot cook along. The smells coming off this thing are phenomenal. One of my favorite smells in the world. So we're gonna slightly turn down the heat here because we don't want the cream to split. This is just gonna be 35% cream that we're gonna slowly add in. And just allow that pan to cool down, take in those flavors from both the garlic, the shallots, and we'll actually add in the rosemary here as well, just to color it. So you'll see it start coming up to temperature. We can move it around just a little bit. We can see some of that oil coming up to the top. And we're just gonna allow this to reduce slightly. I'd say probably about 5 minutes on medium heat, just to bring the temperature down just a little bit. We'll add a little bit of freshly cracked pepper, a little bit of salt, and just allow that to do its thing. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes that the lobster's been cooking. We're gonna pull this off the heat and actually get it directly into the ice bath to stop the cooking process. So now that the cream sauce is really reduced down, we're gonna add in the pasta, toss it with a little bit of the pasta water as well. So we're gonna bring that back over here. The pasta water is liquid gold. Never throw away your pasta water. It just helps bring sauces together, because the starch from the pasta noodles actually make it into a wonderful, wonderful sauce, and adds a really nice mouthfeel and really great texture. So add some of that in there and just give it a little mix. So we took that beautiful lobster meat out of that ice bath, and we're gonna actually toss it in with the pasta here just to finish off the whole dish. I always like keeping the whole claws together. You can break this meat apart, or if you're using cooked lobster, this is when you would actually toss it in. We're just gonna toss that. Let the lobster meat warm up a little bit again after being in that ice bath. Let that go there. And you can never go wrong with just a little bit more Parmesan. You wanna make sure that this is served piping hot, so we gotta move quick here. So I'm just gonna grab a set of tongs, make sure we get a lot of that lovely lobster meat. And we're just gonna bring that over to our plate. This is one of my favorite dishes. Winter, summer, doesn't matter. It's so, so delicious. Make sure we're very generous with all the lobster here. You can see all these lovely little claws. Add that back over here. Finish it with some freshly shaved Parmesan. You can never have too much. No one's complaining about too much Parm. Some freshly sliced chives. Maybe a piece of parsley or two. And always a little glug of olive oil. A touch of salt, And that may be an easy dish, but it is gonna be so, so delicious.